start wrapping up the market action for the day then. Today was a day of profit taking, no two words about that, especially considering the first hour when the market opened with a bit of a gap up, and after that, through the day, there was some profit taking, as you can see on the screen. It's more pronounced in the bank Nifty actually, more than the Nifty. The Nifty is ending down about 21 points, but let's just pull out the intraday chart on the bank Nifty as well, and that's where you will notice that there's a sharper decline that you have over there. Bank Nifty is closing at the low point of the day. In terms of individual names, the big drag on the market came from some of the consumption names like Lever, Asian Paints, banking names like Kotak and Axis, HDFC Bank as well. ITC was down, HDFC was down, Bajaj Finserv was your top loser, down 2.5%. Tata Consumer and Britannia, UPL, Nestle, these are a few stocks. Infosys as well, down about 0.5%. So these are a few big stocks. On the way up, Reliance clearly stands out, 1% higher on that. That sort of batted for the bulls. Apollo Hospitals, Bharti Airtel, NTPC, then of course Shree Cement did well. Cipla, SBI Life were the other stocks. But the broader market did well, Nigel.
Well, that's right. The broader markets did well, and there were plenty of stocks that were dancing around here. Jindal Photo, we don't talk about that stock very often. More than 5 lakh shares on a single exchange. Stock was locked up with a gain of close to around 20% on. Mirza International, one of those stocks that have disappointed numerous times in the past, but the street seems to be liking the corporate action. I think they're splitting both their businesses. Ahead of that, that stock was up more than 10%. Saturn Credit Care as well, the stock was up more than 10% in trade. Russell India, remember in the past, the street didn't like that they were diversifying too much. Well, that one as well did pretty well, was up more than 10% in today's trading session. A couple of these smaller, sugar companies, whether it was the Shakti Sugars of the world that did pretty well, you had Simbaoli Sugar, that was up close to around 10% as well. And from the education space, you had S. Chand as well, that did pop up in today's trading session. From the auto ancillary space, LG Balkrishna's, well, that stock was up close to around 9%, and that one was flying away, in fact, particularly in the final hour. Giving it company on the upside in the final hour was Finiotex Chemicals. That stock did spike up. And another one that's ending, virtually at the high point of the day, is Amy Organics. Good move is what we've seen out there. Stock did end with a gain of close to around 5% or thereabouts. So to wind things down then, the Nifty ended more or less flattish with a bit of a negative bias. The mid-cap index, though, that was where the money was. That ended high with a gain of close to around 0.5% odd. Advanced decline ratio, well, even Stevens out there, close to around 1,400 stocks on the advancing as well as on the declining side.